Moving house is a very exciting time for a buyer or a seller. They are either relocating to a new area, buying their first property, upsizing to their family home, or even downsizing and releasing some monies. But there are also the stresses of moving house. What your solicitor can do is take away the legal element of the stressful move so that you can concentrate on all the other bits. When buying and when your offer is accepted by the estate agent, the first thing you need to do is instruct your solicitor to look at the paperwork. At the same time, you need to instruct a surveyor to check the condition of the property and see a mortgage broker or financial advisor to arrange your mortgage. At that point, the solicitor will then take over and deal with all the paperwork for you.
If you're selling a house, once you've found a buyer, the estate agents will contact us and we will then prepare all the paperwork and the contractual paperwork to send to the buyer's solicitors. If you're remortgaging your house, the first thing that we need is the mortgage offer from your new lender, and then we will also request a figure from your existing lender so that we can then pay off the mortgage on the completion date. And in the meantime, the mortgage company will also do a valuation on the property to make sure that it's worth what you've said it's worth.
The most important thing at an auction, if you're buying at an auction, is to instruct a solicitor straight away. What you'll get at an auction is an auction pack with all the legal documentation. And if you're going to go and bid at an auction, the minute the hammer goes down, you've bought that property. So it's absolutely vital you have a solicitor to look at the auction pack before that auction. The other main pitfall I find with auctions is the fact that people have in their mind a set figure and you've got to stick to it. But you could end up paying over the odds because you get a bit carried away and then may regret that a little bit later.
If you're looking to buy a property to let, it would just be a normal transaction, normal purchase, unless the property already has tenants in, and then we'll check on the tenancy agreements and make sure that everything's in order there.
It is important that you trust your solicitor because they are dealing with your most valuable asset, whether you are selling or buying. And more importantly, it is a stressful time moving house, and they should be able to take a lot of that stress away from you by dealing with your case in a prompt manner. The quality of service has to be up there because, again, if you don't, you won't get that repeat business. What I find with a lot of my clients is that they want to be kept informed. They want to know what's going on, and they just want to know that they're going to move. When are they going to move? And if there is going to be a delay, why is there a delay, and how are we dealing with it? And so it's really important you just communicate with the client or the person throughout the deal. At that point, I'll then give you what I term as a bespoke quote. So it is a figure that is private to you, it is yours, and that's what I'll be charging. Sadly, sometimes we do have some additional charges, but it's very rare that we do charge them because I've got a good understanding of what I'm buying or selling at that moment. Here at Russell & Russell, we deal with all elements of home moves, ranging from selling, buying, through to remortgaging. We also deal with auctions, conversions, self-bills, transfers of equity and title splits. Right from the outset, when you instruct Russell & Russell, you will be allocated a licensed conveyancer or qualified solicitor to deal with your case. We will keep you updated throughout that process and explain everything in plain English. If you need to speak to us, you can also get hold of us out of office hours.